If you had to advise, based on your traveling around, what are the three issues that the average American resonates with so that at least messaging-wise, Republicans are able to nail it? What are the top three that create the greatest emotional reaction, in your opinion?
Well, I think that's traditional political thinking, the question that you asked. That's the way to go towards the independent voter to help swing or grow more seats in the majority. And I'll tell you what I think the top three are to go after those voters, but then I'm going to push back and tell you why that's wrong. Top three issues.
This will be exciting. Okay.
Top three issues that are important right now to voters across the country. Number one is inflation, because everyone is suffering from that. It's hurting everybody's wallet. A second one is crime. Crime is up everywhere in hundreds of percentage points, and no one wants to deal with crime. The third issue I would say that has everyone upset is they're still reeling from the shutdowns from COVID. It affected everybody in different ways. Democrats, they don't like being shut down either. It's hurt their businesses. It's hurt their jobs. It's also hurt their kids. Their kids were forced to stay home.
So you're saying the very fact that the government was able to shut you down is still a trigger point?
Yeah, it's still upset everyone. Here's why. There's still effects from it. The supply chain is still a major issue. Think about it. Baby formula. You still can't get baby formula on shelves in a lot of grocery stores. There's still many problems. So those are issues that drive voters everywhere. But that thinking, I think, is the problem. Here, let me tell you why. If we are the party that truly takes up an agenda that is strong, aggressive, fearless, bold, but it's America first, there's going to be like hellfire rain down on us in the beginning. But if we drive through fearlessly and unapologetically, strong border security. I'm talking about even to the point where we put a moratorium in place. I am talking about if you keep sending your people to invade our country, no foreign aid for you. We're cutting those checks right now. I'm talking about supporting law enforcement in ways, unleashing law enforcement, unleash the men and women on the ground to arrest criminals, but then also hold those prosecutors and DAs accountable that refuse to prosecute crime. Those people should be thrown out. If you're not going to prosecute crime, you're out. Here's another place. We have to gut the federal law enforcement agencies that are using their power, abusing it, and targeting their political enemies. That is political persecution. It has to end. Here's some other things. Republicans, if we lead with an agenda that is extremely aggressive and unapologetic in the budget, guess what it's going to do? It's going to fire a lot of those unelected bureaucrats that shouldn't have their jobs to begin with. It will shrink down the government agencies. It will cut regulations. And that right there will do an immediate return on our economy. That will slow down the inflation to the point where it goes away. It will rip open the floodgates for businesses everywhere to be able to function without debilitating regulations that make it impossible for them to make products here in the United States, and we have to buy them in places like China.